Shattered Dreams, Brandon Heston.
Think about the coach watching over this year's tryouts. All the players hoping and dreaming of getting the few limited spots on the team. The week's over, the names are called, and you find yourself standing there in the pool of the unselected. Madam Contest Chair, fellow Toastmasters, and anyone else who's ever grown up with shattered dreams. I want you to go back a little bit. Back to your youth, those happy moments, like learning how to ride a bike with no training wheels. Getting that blue ribbon in the school spelling bee. Maybe your happy moment was like mine. The last day of 4th grade. The teacher saying, "You're dismissed." And everybody's running out. You hop on your bike and you start riding as fast as you can, the wind blowing through your hair. As you're imagining yourself flying your jet fighter into the biggest dogfight of your life. Well, a few minutes later, you're pushing your jet fighter into the hangar. Your elbows and knees are bloody and scraped. You're covered in dust. And as you walk in, the medical team jumps to it with the hydrogen peroxide and a Band-Aid. And if you weren't crying, you are now with that hydrogen peroxide. Your mechanics run out to the hangar and they restore your plane to flight-ready status. And before the medics are done administering that emergency milk and cookies, you're being drug out to see your plane ready to go. And you hop into the saddle and you fly off again until the streetlights come on. At dusk, you're sitting in the galley and you're eating your meal and sharing the stories with everybody. And it's your turn to tell about your great dogfight. And how you might have got shot down, but it doesn't matter because you got him before you had to bail. Then you look and say, "Mom, someday I want to be a jet fighter pilot." And that's when it happens. Shattered dreams. "Son, you'll never be a jet fighter pilot. We're not going to war." "That's okay, Mom. I'll just be an astronaut." "No, you need to be more realistic. Why don't you think of being a bus driver like your dad?" This is when the conditioning starts. To not dream, to not be inspired, and not be motivated to go forward. We're told in school that you can be whatever you want. But sometimes that doesn't happen. Our dreams can be very small. Think of a little child in the store at Walmart. "Mommy, mommy, 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 Buzz Lightyear, Buzz Lightyear, Buzz Lightyear, Buzz Lightyear." That's the son, "Come on, we gotta get going, we're in a hurry," as he looks back and sees Buzz waving by. Or as we become teens, we're hanging out with our guys. "Hey, I hate school. Man, when I get older, I'm gonna be president and I'm gonna get rid of school." Dude, there's like 3 presidents in your lifetime. You're never going to be one of those 3. Or the student talking to the teacher. "Hey, teacher, you know, someday I'm going to have your job." No, you're not. You're not even smart enough to pass English and history. How are you going to be a teacher and teach someone? Oh, shattered dreams. As adults, sometimes this conditioning that we've experienced slaps us in the face. And all of a sudden we realize some of the mistakes we've made in our life. Like, not too long ago, I'm in the kitchen and I'm on my cell phone trying to find that missing Amazon package. So we all know that's the most important thing when we get home. And my grandson's running around my legs and through my legs and squeezing between the cabinets, and there's like this much room. It's like, "Tanner, knock it off, go play in the living room." Great grandson at 5 years old, hey, listen, And a few minutes later, I'm standing there, and he's out in the living room. Tanner, how many times have I told you to leave those dogs alone? Go play in your room. Wah! As he goes running down the hall. And I'm assuming that some of you in the room are parents. You've all heard that fake cry. You know that one that gets right under your skin? As that's emanating out of his bedroom, I go stomping down the hall. And I hear my wife say, "No yelling tonight, please." And by the time I can walk down the hallway and turn to go in his room, it struck me. As I walk in his room, my whole attitude has changed because of those little words from my wife. "Tanner, what's wrong?" "Dinner. Dinner." "Oh, you want dinner?" "Yeah." "Well, I have to finish making it." "Well, I'm making it. Can you make your bed for me? Because we need to work to get the things we want in life. So if you make your bed, that'll give me time to go get your dinner ready." I barely made it back to the kitchen before he was coming and saying, "Pooh-bah, Benson! Pooh-bah!" And he was so excited. I said, "Great, help me out." And at that point, he helped me dish up his dinner and pour his juice. And his day was so much brighter because at 5, dinner is the most important meal of the day. We all interact with children, youth, peers, work partners. And during the day, do we watch our words and what we say? As I get ready to go, I want to leave you with a question. As you interact with youth, are you helping them to aim high and soar into the dogfight of life? Or are you revoking their fight-ready status and leaving them with shattered dreams?